We wanted to show you what Guardian Angel could do, so we went to Mike Calvert Toyota in Houston, Texas to perform an experiment.
Joining us today to help is Dan Stevenson. He's the shop manager here at Mike Calvert Toyota. He's been under hoods for 27 years. Thank you for joining us, Dan. How important is oil to a vehicle?
It's the most important maintenance item you can do. I like to call it the lifeblood of the car.
So you can't get very far unless you have oil in the vehicle.
Well, you have some major breakdowns. We see crankshafts lock up in the cylinder block, camshafts seize up, cam gears break, expensive repairs.
Okay, well, what we're planning on doing is we're going to drain the oil from both of these 2006 Honda Accords. What do you think is going to happen when we try to get them on the road?
They're not going to go very far.
Now, we're also going to be using Guardian Angel in one of these cars. Is there any product that you know of that can get cars to where they want to go without any oil for, 40, 50, 60 miles?
I haven't seen anything that will convince me yet, that has convinced me yet.
So you have heard of Guardian Angel before?
I've heard of the product, but I don't have any personal experience with it yet.
How excited are you to see how well this stuff works?
I will be very curious to see, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people will, and we're going to get to work right now.
We drove the cars into the shop and hoisted them up. Dan and the other mechanic drained all of the lifeblood out of both cars. Dan doesn't look too sure about this. Once the filters were back on, we got the cars on the ground and got ready for the experiment.
So to prove to our viewers that we've drained all the oil, we're going to check out the dipstick, just to make sure, okay?
All right.
Dan pulled out the dipstick and stared at it extra hard to make sure there was no oil on it. Once it got his seal of approval, we were ready to get on the road. But first, Don Schreiber had to convince Mike Calvert that we were only going to destroy one of his cars.
Now here's what we've done. We've treated this car with Guardian Angel, and then we've drained the oil completely out, okay? And we're gonna drive it maybe all the way to Galveston. Now this car, we haven't treated, but we've drained the oil out of this car.
Don, I just got a few words for you. If this doesn't work, I don't want your check paying for these cars. I want a stack of $100 bills to pay for them, okay?
Okay, that's a deal.
We got on the road to battle the Houston traffic with the midday sun beaming down on us. The temperature that day was well over 100 degrees. We'll check back and see how our cars are doing in a minute, but right now let's hear what some people have to say about Guardian Angel.
My passion is drag racing. I have Guardian Angel in my car. Since you put this product in this race car, I no longer have the metal shavings in the head. They are gone.
I was a little bit skeptical about the product. It wasn't something I was just going to go stick into a $20,000 race engine. We started using it in our trucks, our shop trucks, and the trucks that we use to tow our trailers across country.
I no longer have metal shavings in the pan when I drain oil.
The truck not only ran smoother, but it had more power. I was very impressed with the product.
I was really excited about it and tested it in my own car. When the car was 74,000 miles, I started getting 12% better gas mileage.
After several trips, we started to notice better fuel economy. We pay a lot of attention to engine oil temperatures because it truly is the lifeblood of the engine, and we pay attention to that, and our oil temperatures were coming down, which can only translate into reduced friction in the trucks.
Meanwhile, the road test was well underway. Both cars were making their way down Interstate 45 toward Galveston.
I found out that I had absolutely no oil in my car, and if it weren't for Guardian Angel, I would have ruined my engine.
We got to right here on I-45 headed towards Galveston when the engine just lost all acceleration and it started knocking and the car jerking back and forth, and rather than risk any further damage, we just pulled the car to the side of the road. We couldn't go any further.
We had 10 engine failures last year, and this year we've had 0.
Meanwhile, while we were stranded on the side of the road, the Guardian Angel car continued to run smoothly toward Galveston. Looks like our Guardian Angel was true to its word. We drove all the way from Houston to Pier 19 in Galveston without a drop of oil in the car. That's 52 miles.
All right, guys! That's awesome, Dan. Can you believe it?
That's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Amazing.
Did you ever think that this would be possible?
I didn't think we were going to get here.
How far did you think we might get?
I don't know, 10 miles, maybe 15.
at the cops, you know. Here we are 50 miles later. It's just amazing.